This is the podcast that dwells into topics such as games, movies, news, and even history. Today we've caught a wild introduction in our spotlight, so stay tuned, because this is the Tri-Bi Podcast, also known as the Tripod.
Hello, my name is Nelson TK. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, gentlemen and ladies. Today, we are just introducing myself. I am a music producer and rapper. I'm an artist. I've been rapping and music producing ever since 2021. I am a YouTuber first or a gamer. I love to game. I'm a YouTuber ever since 2015. My channel is 8 years old because that's my second channel. My 2015 channel is about to turn 10 years old this year. I'll say one of my biggest inspirations is my dad and my mom and my sister. For YouTube, my inspirations are, I'll say PewDiePie, definitely. PewDiePie I've been watching ever since like 2013 with his Amnesia series and Outlast series. I'll say Corey Kenshin. I love Corey Kenshin and Spooky Scary Sundays and ISO Speed. Because back in 2021, 2022, I used to watch the streams after school. And, I'm just a chill guy, I like to surf the waves, catch that salt water and, do my thing. But, yeah, so I don't ride waves. I ride my scooter. Currently, I'm on campus. I attend college. My major is IT, information technology. A lot of people assume that I'm a CCM major or a music major, but I'm not. I'm an IT major. My plan is to create games, and I want to create a robot. Right now, I'm coding, such as HTML, CSS, Python. I'm learning Python currently. I got different websites. But yeah, I'm trying not to talk in circles. I'm getting used to this podcast stuff. But yeah, my current channel takes place like in the entertainment genre. So you'll see gaming, music. Oh shit. You see gaming, you see music. I just thought about that. You see gaming, you see music, and I just released a music video called "Running Thy Shite." Um, I don't know if I should say the actual words, but yeah, I'm a good guy. Um, I'm single, and yeah, I want to start a podcast with these two gentlemen here. I known Mr. Merrick since 11th grade, and I knew, I knew, I knew, I knew Jay the Ghost since third grade. So yeah, we're all loving friends and we care for each other and we decided to give this thing a try. I also love graphic design. I love YouTubing. I love content creating. I love music making. I like coding. I like graphic designs. I like shirt making. I got a clothing business. I'm sorry. I also like to drink a lot of water. So yeah, I'm about to graduate from my first year of school. It was nice here. I love the piano. I love to play the piano. I love the guitar. It goes piano, drum kit, and guitar. I really do love the guitar. Oh shit! Hold on, that's under out tune. All right. So I love stuff like that. I love to eat. Unfortunately, sometimes too much. But yeah, you know, I like to hit the gym here and there. I love basketball, if you couldn't tell. And I just like to do what I like to do. So yeah, I really don't know what else to say. I just tried to make it lengthy because this is a damn podcast. That's what podcasts are about, right? So, oh yeah, favorite shows. I love Rick and Morty. I like SpongeBob, old SpongeBob, new SpongeBob. I don't know. That's like a damn acid trip. I don't know what they plan to do with that show. I really like Rick and Morty. That's like one of the best adult animations. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Um, yeah, this has been Nels TK. I'm gonna pass it over to.
Hey, I'm Jay the Ghost, also known as Ghost or Mr. Ghost. I'm from Ohio and I'm a producer and also a YouTuber. I'm going to be uploading more soon, I should say, because my old channel, Mr. Ghost, I don't really upload as much anymore considering I lost all access to that account. I do have a second channel that will be named Jay the Ghost, as per usual. I first started out on YouTube by watching this guy that went by Lance Stewart. He was my inspiration for a little bit until I got into watching Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, and all that stuff. And I decided I wanted to make more gaming videos, and I streamed on YouTube for a little while. I made a little bit of edited videos here and there, and I stopped for a little bit, and I might come back to it. It just depends on what's going to happen in the near future. Like I said, I am a producer. I am coming out with a instrumental version of Rise and Above coming out on 4/25/2025. I also have some inspiration for being a producer by a few bands named Starset, Citizen Soldier, and even an indie artist y'all may know, may not know. His name is Nelsk TK. He's actually in the podcast with us. He helps me out with some of my songs, and hopefully in the near future, maybe me and him, maybe me and somebody could collab with whatever. And yeah, I hope this podcast takes off as we all hope. And maybe in the near future we could talk about just whatever you guys suggest or whatever we come up with. And thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is THEMAROQ, or some of you may know me as Mario. Um, but if you don't know me, hello. And I have a YouTube channel that I used to do and might come back to at some point in the near future. But yeah, the channel focused a lot on gameplay videos. Before, it used to be more about like gameplay videos as well, but it was more different. It had a bit more variety in games and stuff, not just like horror games. It was like there was Lego in there, like Lego Indiana Jones, Super Mario. But more recently, I've changed that in the content. I started to stick more towards like horror games and a little bit of itch study horror games in there as well. But yeah, I don't know what's happening for me personally, but I did ha but I do have some ideas of wanting to come back to YouTube at some point, whether it be the same format or not. I'm not sure when this podcast is going to be released, but whatever it is, um, maybe this is something to bring up about either way. But anyway, this is not all about me, of course. But I might cut that out actually, or cut that out. But anyway, yeah, so if you don't know me, I am a game developer. I used to make games, I still do make games nowadays. I started making games as early as like 2019, or at least when I started officially releasing games on like the websites or whatever. Before then, I used to do Roblox games, which is something that I feel like is a little known fact about me as well. But before that, I got really inspired by making games. As early as like 2015, I got really inspired by like Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff. And since then, I've really sticked with it, and I've tried to improve over the years. Obviously, I'm not the best game developer. I'm definitely not going to say that, but I've definitely improved in some way, shape, or form in some aspects, and I've really gotten used to things that used to be really challenging for me when I first started doing things like this. But going on the topic of games, I do have some interesting games, and some I take inspiration of for my certain projects. Lately, I've been getting really into Sonic the Hedgehog. I've really loved playing that game and really watching all the videos and the animations. It's definitely one of the most unique. Uh, sorry. It's definitely one of the most unique fandoms, but also one of the most cursed fandoms at the same time. Don't don't look into the fandom. At least this is muted, so I can keep going. But please don't distract me, okay? Please don't distract me. I'm on it. I'm on a roll, okay? I'm on a roll. Turn your mic off. Turn it off. Turn it off. It's not display, but I don't give a shit. Turn it off. Turn it off. Okay. It's gonna, like, in the recording, it's gonna sound like I had freaking, oh god. It's gonna make it sound like I have dementia. Schizophrenia. Oh god. Anyway, sorry. Back to Sonic. But yeah, the fandom is interesting, but also really cursed at the same time. I would suggest not looking super deep into it, but just take it with a grain of salt, I guess. Another game I've also been interested in, just before this one, and obviously for a long time now, just as Sonic was, is Super Mario Bros. I've been a big fan of the series. Ironically, the first Mario game I ever played was actually Super Mario Bros. On the NES. I know it may sound like I'm a freaking boomer or like a millennial saying that, but no, truly, the first game I played was Super Mario Bros. On the NES. It's an interesting story. It started as like a yard sale or whatever, and then we found the NES and all that stuff, and I played Mario on it. That was over 10 years ago, but either way, you know, those are a lot of the games I'm interested in. Of course, there's FNAF. Not as much as earlier, but, you know, I'm still into it as well. But yeah, and and other things I'm interested in, you know, I'm interested in history, I'm very much interested in politics, but we don't talk about that here. That is a no-no word here in the podcast. And on top of all that, I'm also interested in just about anything that comes to mind, you know, music. I'm very much into, you know, country. Some people might really... hopefully you don't put pitchforks in this podcast already, just because I said that. But also, I'm also kind of into rock. I've been kind of getting into rock lately, more often than not. But either way, that's really all I gotta say. So, yeah. Please.
Just the Vine boomers, bro.
The fuck is that? Okay, that was... I would admit, that's a lot better than what I did the first time. I wasn't, like, stopping for 50 years. I was on point.
Jackie,
Yeah.
I really need you to send me that raw footage right there because I need to hear what it sounded like on your end. Turn it off! Turn it off!
I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna look at that very quickly, and I might... if I can send it to you on Discord, I will, okay?
Just clip it into that.
Oh yeah,
little
even
part
better,
right-
if I can,
Just send it to
I'll
me.
show you the video too. I'll show you what the video looks like. It's so
The
funny.
American is demons.
The American has voices in his head.
Yeah. But yeah, that was not too bad. I like that.
No, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Except when I got interrupted a bunch of times, and then I had...
Jackie. Nelson, stop jacking off, please.
We're still recording, by
time.
the way. The tape's still rolling.
Wait!
Don't worry. Sometimes we get a little crazy, okay? But not that crazy, okay?
We do a little funny over here.
Yeah, next time don't mute your desktop because that'll be actually like really funny to actually include those into the video.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I'm
it
saying.
was-
'Cause that's what make the podcast more entertaining.
Right.
Yeah,
But
instead of
this-
just talking about
but-
like history, like the Great Depression, boom, you know.
Well, look. It seems like it's like all on me, but not you guys. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, give me a chance. Let me have my own spotlight here, and you guys get
Yeah,
your
that's
own
the thing.
spotlights as well.
Every time we do our own intro, or like every time we like swap whatever into like certain things, we can start fucking around and like
Yeah.
making some funny shit.
Maybe we could do that in the next podcast too, like when we start getting into the real topics. Because again, this
Yeah.
was just like a demo run, so.
Dude, I really need that fucking raw footage. I need to see it.
Okay. Yeah, should I end the recording right now?
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the most unique fandoms, but also one of the most cursed fandoms at the same time. Don't look into the fandom. At least this is muted, so I can keep going. But please don't distract me, okay? Please don't distract me. I'm on it. I'm on a roll, okay? I'm on a roll. Turn your mic off. Turn it off. Turn it off. It's not display, but I don't give a shit. Turn it off. Turn it off. It's definitely one of the most unique fandoms, but also one of the most cursed fandoms at the same time. Don't look into the fandom. At least this is muted, so I can keep going. But please don't distract me, okay? Please don't distract me. I'm on it. I'm on a roll, okay? I'm on a roll. Turn your mic off. Turn it off. Turn it off. It's not display, but I don't give a shit. Turn it off. 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 Off.